June 1942, the Pacific Ocean, endless, unforgiving, and stained with the fire of war. Only 6 months earlier, the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor had shattered the American Pacific Fleet. It seemed the rising sun could not be stopped. One island after another fell. Wake Island, Guam, the Philippines. Japan's navy, the most powerful on Earth, advanced like a storm. But on the horizon, something was coming. A moment, a chance, a miracle. The Battle of Midway, a battle that would swing the entire war in 6 unbelievable minutes. Tonight you will hear the story behind those minutes. The intelligence gamble, the desperate pilots, the mistakes, the bravery, the fire, and the fate of 4 carriers that shaped world history. This is the cinematic story of the 6-minute miracle. It begins not with planes, but with codebreakers. In a hidden basement at Pearl Harbor, an intelligence team called Station HYPO worked tirelessly to crack Japan's naval code. Their leader, Commander Joseph Rochefort, brilliant, eccentric, dressed in robes and slippers, pacing between machines. Japan was preparing for a massive strike. But against what? The intercepted code mentioned AF, a location, but which? Rochefort had a hunch. AF is Midway. Washington doubted him. Admiral Nimitz listened. So Rochefort set a trap. Midway was ordered to broadcast a fake message. Fresh water supply low. Hours later, Japan radioed, AF is short on water. The room exploded in realization. Japan's next attack point was confirmed. Midway. Nimitz responded instantly, calmly, with steel in his voice. Prepare everything, we will fight. Japan's commander, Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto, a legend, architect of Pearl Harbor, silent, strategic, formidable. Under him, the striking force Akagi, flagship of Vice Admiral Chuichi Nagumo. Kaga, Soryu, Hiryu. 4 massive carriers, experienced crews, elite pilots. The American carriers, USS Enterprise, Admiral Raymond Spruance. USS Hornet, Admiral Mark Mitcher. USS Yorktown, damaged at Coral Sea but miraculously repaired in 72 hours. The odds? Japan. Superior carriers, superior planes, superior experience. America. Intelligence, determination, and luck. On Midway Island, Marines dug bunkers. Pilots checked their aircraft. Old, patched up, barely holding together. One pilot wrote in his journal, if the Japanese come with everything they have, Midway will be wiped clean from the map. Nimitz told his commanders only one thing, you must strike first. Strike hard, strike fast. Dawn, June 4, 1942. Before sunrise, Japanese scout planes spotted Midway. The attack began. Bombs tore through runways, fuel tanks, and barracks. But Midway's defenders fought back. Marine pilots flew into the storm knowing they had little chance. Many never returned. Then, the moment Japan dreaded, a Japanese scout plane spotted something on the ocean. Enemy ships, enemy carriers. Nah. But the scout didn't immediately transmit this critical message. A delay that changed the world. Nagumo hesitated. Should he strike the carriers immediately or finish off the airfields? He ordered his crews to rearm the planes. Bombs off, torpedoes on, torpedoes off, bombs on. The hangars filled with fuel hoses and live explosives. A tinderbox waiting for a spark. American torpedo squadrons launched first. Slow, vulnerable planes, devastators. Outdated, flying low. No fighter escort. They knew they were heading into death. VT-8 from USS Hornet, 15 planes led by Lieutenant Commander John Waldron. Before taking off, he told his men, follow me. Whoever wants to come home, follow me. They flew straight at the Japanese fleet. 0 fighters tore them apart. One by one, they burned. 14 of the 15 were shot down. Only Ensign George Gay survived, floating in the water, watching the entire battle unfold. Their attack scored 0 hits. But what they accomplished changed everything. Because while Japanese fighters chased these slow torpedo planes, the skies above the carriers suddenly became empty, and into that empty sky, Something was coming. American dive bombers from Enterprise in Yorktown had been searching desperately. Fuel was running low. Pilots feared they would be forced to ditch into the ocean. Then, a break in the clouds. A flash of sunlight on steel. Three Japanese carriers, Akagi, Kaga, Soryu, below them. Their decks, crammed with fueled planes, bombs, torpedoes. A nightmare for Japan, a perfect target for America. Commander Wade McCluskey led the dive. He simply said, "This is it, boy. Give 'em hell." 10:22 a.m. The first bombs fall. 10:22 to 10:28 a.m. 6 minutes. 6 minutes that reshape the world. Kaga is hit first. Several bombs punch into the hangar deck, igniting fuel lines. Flames erupt, swallowing the ship. Akagai takes a single, perfectly placed bomb. It hits the flight deck, slides into the hangar, explodes among torpedoes. Admiral Nagumo's flagship turns into a burning inferno. Soryu is struck next. Three massive detonations tear through her decks. Her engines stop. Black smoke coils into the sky. Japanese officers stare in disbelief. Three carriers, gone, in 6 minutes. One historian wrote, "It was as if the heavens had opened and punished the Japanese Navy." But the battle wasn't over yet. The last surviving Japanese carrier, Hiryu, launches a counterattack. Her aircraft dive on Yorktown with deadly precision. Torpedoes hit. Bombs tear through the flight deck. Yorktown lists heavily. Smoke pours out. But her crew refuses to abandon ship. Fire crews battle the flames. Engineers patch holes. Yorktown refuses to die. Admiral Fletcher calmly transfers flag command to Spruance aboard Enterprise. The fight must continue. American pilots find Hiryu. She tries to hide in a storm front, but the Americans break through. Dive bombers strike with vengeance. 4 direct hits. Explosions rip through her heart. Her crew fights the flames for hours, but by morning she is gone. All 4 Japanese carriers, Akagi, Kaga, Soryu, Hiryu, destroyed. The elite Japanese Naval Air Arm shattered. The battle cost many lives. Valiant American pilots, brave Japanese sailors, all fighting, all believing in their duty. But the strategic impact was absolute. Japan would never again launch a major offensive in the Pacific. The balance of power had shifted forever. Nimitz later said, "It was victory, bought by courage, intelligence, and the sacrifice of many." And historians would call it a miracle, 6 minutes that saved the Pacific. Joseph Rochefort, the codebreaker who cracked AF, was never officially honored in his lifetime. But without him, Midway would have been a slaughter. The torpedo squadrons, VT-8, VT-6, VT-3, suffered catastrophic losses, but their courage drew away the Japanese fighters, allowing the dive bombers to strike. Wade McCluskey, Richard Best, Max Leslie, and every pilot who dove into fire carried the weight of the entire Pacific War on their wings. Midway was not luck. It was bravery. It was sacrifice. It was destiny. The ocean still carries the echoes of 1942. The flames have faded. The ships have sunk. But the courage remains. Because in 6 short minutes, ordinary men became legends. And the tide of World War II turned forever. This was the Battle of Midway, the 6-minute miracle.